Did you watch Mandalorian?
Yes, I did. Did
It's
they
fucking
have
great.
did they release the new season? Yeah,
No, they released Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Yeah, I haven't watched
Bo-
that one yet.
Hmm. It's not that good.
Yeah, but Mandalorian was really really good. Like, I'm
I
not a big fan of uh Star Wars stuff that doesn't have Jedi's. Like I didn't like Rogue One. Mandalorian was so good.
This is over. What? No, you didn't like Rogue One?
Yeah,
Really?
it was stupid.
Why? Why?
Because everyone has their own taste, and mine does not include liking Rogue One.
Come on, be more
I know.
specific, man.
I thought it was boring. I thought it was pointless, and it was just something so Disney earned more money, in my opinion.
I would agree. I agree on that when it comes to the new trilogy. Oh no,
All
come
right,
on. What is this, my? Do you like the
all
new
right.
trilogy?
No, 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 no. Let me be the host for just a minute here.
Okay,
All right. So,
okay.
do you like Star Wars?
I do.
All right. So, you've seen all nine, uh, three trilogies, or
I watched
the
it
three.
all.
All right. So, how would you categorize the nine movies according from the ones you like the most from the ones that you like the least? So, which would be like your top three, your middle three, and your worst three?
You're just talking about the trilogies, right?
No, the individual movies from the trilogies. So
Oh,
amongst the
okay.
nine ones, which ones are your top three, your middle three, and your bottom three?
Okay. So number one, I would say Return of sorry, the Empire Strikes Back.
All right.
A new so first one, Strikes Back. Second, A New Hope. Third, the Return of the Jedi. So the first trilogy, basically.
All right. So those are your top three.
Yeah. Oh, and I would also, I think I also put Rogue One
Rogue
in
One
the
doesn't
four.
count. No, it doesn't count. It's not
Come
part of
on.
it. It's not part. You have to respect the rules of the game. So the game is for the
What?
nine main
Mm,
movies. Which ones are the ones you like the most, and which ones are you
yeah.
like the least, and what's the crap that sits in the middle?
Well, one that I like the least, the worst of them all, is um, this one by Ryan Johnson. I even forgot the name. I want to erase it from my memory. It's
What's the number?
it's not the last one. It's the one before it.
It's the
It's
eighth.
episode 8. Yeah, I forgot how it's called. It's the worst one. It
All
doesn't
right.
make any sense. It doesn't connect to anything.
All
You
right.
you can skip it. You can completely skip it. You can watch episode 7 and episode 9, and it makes sense because episode 8 doesn't develop anything. So I would say episode 8 is the worst one. Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to add to that fun list? You can't say anything about Rogue One. Rogue One. Sorry.
I think that's it. I mean, the prequels are okay. I like the music in the Ewan McGregor is great. He's the best part of the prequels. And yeah, I think that's it. And I think that bringing Palpatine back as the last resource was a little bit unimaginative. And
All right.
yeah, that's about it.
All right. So I'm about to share a very unpopular opinion about favorites to most hated in the Star Wars category. So let's start with the bottom of the list. For me,
Mhm.
the worst movie in the main franchise is Empire Strikes Back. It sucks. If I can, if I have to choose one movie that I don't want to watch again if I'm watching everything, it would be Empire Strikes Back. He doesn't do anything for me. All the others, they're alright, but my favorite ones, in no particular order, are I think in third is Return of the Jedi. That's a really nice movie to watch. The silver medal would be the eighth movie. Yeah, I mean, I grew up with Star Wars. I watched Star Wars when I was little. It was okay, but the eighth for me is really really good. And the ninth movie. Those two are my favorites amongst the nine main Star Wars movies. A lot of people didn't like the comedy they added to episode eight, and I'm not sure if there's any comedy in nine. But let's say let's for the sake of comedy, the episode eight had a lot of funny relief moments, which were really really good in my opinion, and that might have been what was missing from the other ones.
Okay, so let
Oh, and
me let
episode seven sucks as well. So I watched seven because I felt like I had to. And it was horrible. But then
so seven. Mhm.
a friend of mine watched episode eight and said that it was really good. And I swore to myself I wasn't gonna watch it because of seven, but I gave it a chance because he mentioned it was really really good, and no regrets.
Okay, so let's see. Let me see if I get this right. You like eight the most because of the
No, I
comedy.
think
That's it.
nine. Well, eight and nine are tied. Eight
Okay.
and nine are tied
Okay.
in first, then six, and the worst ones are seven and five.
7 5.
So
Yeah,
five
I
being
mean,
Empire's Respect.
I can see why you wouldn't like seven, because seven is just like a remake, let's say, in
Yeah,
many ways of
right.
previous Star Wars movies. But it's really curious to see that you like eight the most. I get the comedy. I also like the comedy, but I think they went a little bit too far in certain places.
Like,
As um, like I felt watching the movie, I felt that Poe and Finn, they were very impulsive, and even like they had this teenager vibe to them, even though they're like grown up man. But I wouldn't even worry too much about it. My main complaint about eight is really that it doesn't connect the trilogy, right?
didn't matter to me.
Didn't matter to you?
No.
Okay, okay. Let me ask you something else. What was your opinion on how Luke Skywalker was portrayed?
I mean, it was his turn to be Yoda, I guess. I mean, every trilogy needs some sort of Yoda, some wise person to guide the new generation. So it was alright. I feel like he had his traumas from back the day, and he didn't really get to be very involved in everything. Which, I mean, he was on vacation, and this girl just came to his island and started nagging him about wanting a new guitar. I'm connecting to the guitar story here. And then he finally said yes, and that was what got him killed. And I mean, that's not fun for anybody. He didn't want to. He just wanted to spend the rest of his days sipping margaritas in a weird fish island and not worry
Yeah,
about life.
but he was not drinking margaritas. He was like drinking blue milk from the titties of this old alien, right? Remorseful, and he was angry and remorseful and bitter.
Watch full episodes of the Brewcast on the main YouTube channel, youtube.com/@brewfrasca.